focuses on there's three major focuses on the side control, and our objectives, what we're trying to do with each one of them. Number one is to keep our partner pinned onto their back. The reason being is if I'm on chest to chest on the back, it's harder for them to breathe and they don't have the space to move. Number two is I want to try and create a landing platform. The landing platform so I can either upgrade to like a knee ride or to mount or another position. And the third objective is to try and isolate either the neck or the arms away from the body to be able to attack it to submission. So there's a couple of different sub controls. Today we're going to have a look at switch base forward, and it's going to be set up so that we're looking at the ability to hold our partner down and the ability to control our partner, and that'll make them kind of give us what we want as far as the separation of the elbows away from the body. So I just got Ian onto his back down here. Stay that you're perfect. Okay, so one of the things is if I'm chest to chest from here, a lot of time my knees are on the hip line and my shoulder is on the headline, depending on the size of my partner. The downfall about that is my partner can still move his hips away from me to create space. Does everyone, so if I'm here, Ian can hip escape away from me, create space, turn towards me, put his knee in and start to rescue. So even though I'm controlling the upper part of the body, there's still the ability for him to move. So what I'm going to do today is once I'm here, it's this, my right knee. Okay, I'm going to turn the angle so that my right knee goes behind the hips, and I turn my hips so I'm sitting on his hip and that my knee's crushing him. So now if he tries to hip escape away from me, so what I'm doing is my right knee, if I'm on the hip line, I can't bring my hip any further. But if I change the angle and I extend my leg, I can now drive my leg behind. So it's kind of like I'm in headquarters guard pass position, but I'm doing it from the side control. What that means is that my partner, the only way my partner can really turn is away from me because he can't turn towards me. This is going to expose the elbows and the arm and the shoulders for the lock. So the downfall about it is I'm here, I've got to change my angle. So I extend my right leg on the ground, I slide it under, and what I'm doing is I compress and turn. So I'm here. My head's on this side. I've got good pressure on the head and good pressure here. A lot of times for me, my partner's either going to use his free hand to try and push it away, which gives me the isolation to start to attack, or they're going to try and use their legs to realign and come back to me. What I mean by that is here, they're going to try and stretch their legs out to turn onto their back, which is good for me once again, but he creates a space for him to be able to move. So the stretching the legs would be the main kind of escape that they're going to do. They generally frame and then try and stretch their legs out. So the framing gives them space and then they move the legs. Okay, jump over the back to the corner, over please. Steve, jump down. I just brought Ian, so it must be Steve, jump here. Okay, so from here, once again is the downfall of the side control from here is that Steve has the ability to move his hips away from me, get his thumb on the inside, recover. So he has options, and they're not fantastic options, but they're options. So what I like to do it is whether his hand's on the inside or the outside, okay? So I'm going to turn the angle, stretch my leg and turn. So I'm sitting here. I've lifted the head up, I'm going to move you back because we just got a big shot of your foot. It was a nice foot though. Okay, so can you shot?
Yeah.
Okay, so from here, I'm turning down. So by turning the angle, it pushes the elbow away. I don't mind if it comes away from the body or not, that's irrelevant. My leg stretches and I'm sitting, so I'm kind of sitting behind. Whether I'm on top of the leg or whether I'm under the leg is irrelevant, but I'm lifting the head. So generally, he's going to try and push away. That's a lot of effort for him to move. And it's more that there's more weight on my right shoulder holding him and less weight on my knees. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Right. No.
Questions.
Yeah. So questions, yep.
Yeah.
Come here.
Questions, you want me there?
Yeah, here with questions.
Okay.
Come here. And then ask questions. You've got to see your pretty haircut, man.
Thanks, man.
Okay. So, side control, turn the corner here and here. Yep, question?
When they commit to this
Yep.
and holding me here, what's
Yep.
stopping me from coming this way and taking you over?
Nothing. It's 100%. That's what I want. So we're here. I'm committed. I'm here. So instant that Clinton's either left hand or right hand starts to come away from the body, I switch my base and come back. So now, this is a beautiful thing about jiu-jitsu. Right, this is my attack position. Hip escape away from my partner. So it's going to give me what I want once the elbows. If I'm here, and I turn, and I'm compressing, and I'm here, the instant that I feel his hands come away, I switch my hips, come back. I've got to keep this leg pinned away from me. Yeah.
Don't do it.
I'm going to.
Don't do it.
I'm going to.
Why ignore 2% of the human body?
Okay. So now, to keep him pinned on is, the way I do it is I put my weight onto his head to turn him so that way he can't roll. I don't want to step and have him roll back in towards me. Does everyone understand that? Because everyone goes, haha, step and he roll. Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to go here,
Smash.
here, whoop, and over. Now, Clinton's a bit bigger than me, so what I want to do is my hand comes to my leg and holds. So this way, even if it does roll me, I've got this ability as an anchor point to hold me onto him. Does that make sense? Sit down. Thank you. Okay, Ian, come here. This is what I want to do. So that's a little bit down the line. It's not what I want to do, but we'll have a look at this. So you're perfect. Stay there. 1, 2. Pressure with my right. Step my right leg. Turn the corner. Here. This. Now I know he's generally going to come back towards me, so I do 2 motions. I lift my knee up, take my free ride to knee right. So once I'm here, I know that he's going to try and extend. So here I lift my knee up, go straight to my knee right. I've got the arm isolated, so it's hard for him to bring the arm back in. Once again, pressure, and try and get your submission off your knee right with a Von Flute style. If your head's facing this way, right, you're going to get more of a neck crank. Turn your head slightly this side, your shoulder pop into the neck. So everyone's in the same position where we've gone here. Pressure on my right side, extend my right leg, heavy on my right knee. Now, as I feel the frame system, I lift my knee up. I'm going to get a free ride to here. Right, I'm keeping my left knee on the ground. My left knee, I just start to turn the corner. It's really hard for him to defend it. Yeah. Steve, I'll be careful on your neck. Ian, stop. And over to keep going forwards. Okay. Okay. So once again, just as small as here. So I put pressure to my right side. I extend my right leg. I come under and I'm here. As Steve pushes, I just come up. I keep my knee on the ground. I turn my head. I just put pressure in with my left side. He's generally kind of go, I want it here, and I just get this free upgrade onto mount with the arm fully isolated. So everyone's going to push off the neck. No one's going to sit there and let me like Von Flip chop and kind of choke them. Just for the purpose of the drill, because we're going to do it a few times, just don't put a lot of pressure on the neck because it actually is quite a nasty pressure, especially if you turn into it, it's quite hard. So, is that okay? See, I'm trying not to be too nasty. Okay. So from here, the trick is right side, right side, right side, right side, right side, right side, heavy. As he drives, just lift my knee here, turn this side. So I'm already facing as he bridges, because that's what most people do. Take the upgrade, and I've got the arm fully isolated away from the body. This makes it easy for me to go to my head arms and chokes and things like that as well. Okay, here. So I put pressure to my right side. I extend my right leg. I come under, and I'm here. As Steve pushes, I just come up. I keep my knee on the ground. I turn my head. I just put pressure in with my left side. he's generally kind of go, oh, on here, and I just get this free upgrade onto mount with the arm fully isolated. So everyone's going to push off the net, no one's going to... So the issue that I have is I don't want to have what I call it under the extended grip. That becomes weak and allows him to attack my elbows for like a cutting armbar and rollover. So what I mean by that is, if I'm trying to get my my right knee under, I don't want to have an extended grip because he's going to use his right hand to come over my arm and he can kind of catch my arm and roll me. So I don't want to compromise my position. Like basic rules are, don't let your elbows come away from your body. So whether you're on top or underneath, I don't have what I call a long range. So Matt's longer than me and I've done here, so I've got the right side and I'm trying to get behind his hips, but I'm having issues. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to bring my knee to my body. I'm going to put my leg over his legs this way instead. So it's his choice. Same deal. So if I can't get my legs underneath him, I take him in front and it does exactly the same thing, but I'm trying to get my shin. The higher, the worse, the lower, the better, because I'm on the hip, and the hip's what I'm trying to control. I'm not trying to control the knee. Does that kind of make sense? So if I'm here and I've gone, sorry, I'm trying not to mess your hair up, Matt. Right side, right side, right side. I'm trying to get under, I'm like, man, he's too long. Slide, and I'm here. I just keep the pressure, turn my head, pressure. So eventually he's going to go, well, you know, he's going to go get off me, switch, and I'm still in the same position with the arm. How'd that feel?
Too easy for you.
So if you're having trouble getting your leg underneath for any reason, or their legs flat to the ground, just put your shin across their thigh, but you're better off closer to the hip, and that's because on the leg they're going to bring that leg over, and it's a longer distance to step over to mount as well. Thank you. Ian, come here. 3, 2, 1. Okay. If you're like me and have bony old man shins, it helps with your jiu-jitsu a lot. Here, pressure on the right side, right side, right side. I'm having trouble getting under, so I slide my knee and put my shin. Just wait. Just don't come too far over. I don't want them to bridge me over. I'm kind of more sitting on their chest. 1, 2, 3, let's go. So you can guys control this side. So we're here and he goes the cross face, heavy on the right side, turns me over, so I'm here. So one of the things that we see that we really underestimate is I already know that anytime that I kick out to go through here, I've given him a landing platform. So what I'm trying to do instead is I'm trying to get my hand under. If you can't see, have a look. Now I'm going to scoot, right? So I take my feet as far away from Steve as I can. So scoot. So let me explain. So I'm here, he turns me over, boom, I'm on the bad side. So I try and get my hand here, and I like to try and get my hand between my legs. This man is protect. I don't like to have it on top. Sometimes it gets caught here, so it's under. So the 2 things I'm going to do is, 3 things I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my feet out as wide as I can together. I'm going to plant his hand to the ground with this elbow. So the distance now for him to upgrade is great. If I'm here, his upgrade to knee rides. Yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm going to go in a couple of motions. This hand's my protector. If Steve does go to upgrade, I can keep him at bay. And the more that it kind of goes, I want to go to knee ride, the more I'm going to go here and get my roll over. So I'm kind of almost forcing him to drive into me to use the turnover. Because I've pinned the bottom arm, it's hard for him to post. That's one of the things that a lot of people miss out on, is when you start to get that little post mechanic. So yeah, let's just start. So I'm on the side. So the hardest part for me is if I can't get it, I go bridge and get my hand through. My feet come out, there's pressure on this hand here. And this is kind of denying the knee ride. But whether he goes to knee ride or not, it's kind of irrelevant. So I'm not using I'm using my forearm. That way my elbow's attached to my body. Anytime I use my hand, my elbow comes away. So it's here. So what I'm going to do from here is this: is I swing, I drive my head backwards to create space, and I work. Swing it. So whether we're going to go to a das, anaconda, roller, Chinese, back into guard, the concept's exactly the same thing. So this is called an underhook escape. Some people call it a ghost escape. It's similar to the ghost escape, but underhook escape. Okay, in, take your seat, come in. So you're on top, and we're here. I'm doing good jiu-jitsu. It puts pressure on the right side, turns me over. So this is the hardest part for me. It's this, up and that. That's the hardest part. So my feet go out first and I pin. My feet go out first and I pin. One, two, three.